Goeienaand, good evening fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, tonight, just before midnight, your time in South Africa, I'm going to be putting up on the main Loving Life channel a special New Year's Eve service by Dan Berryman. And this came through a special request of one of our family, Viking Boer. So Viking Boer, it's happening just before midnight, and of course it's for the whole family, the whole Loving Life family. This is a huge shout out to Dan for doing that for us. Okay, let's get back onto the subject here, guys. Okay, you know how I call a Ramaphosa hippo eyes? Well, we've now got the hippo mouth, and I'll explain to you what that's all about. And it comes from none other than the Finance Minister, Tito Mboweni. And this is what he has to say, or this is what it's all about. All the stresses and strains on the economy played through Parliament this past year. The arrival of the coronavirus on our shores made things only that much worse. Lawmakers had to rush to approve Finance Minister Tito Mboweni's February budget, which had no sooner been tabled when Treasury had to craft a new emergency budget to deal with the crisis unleashed by COVID-19. After nearly a decade of low growth and rising unemployment, Mboweni was still able to sound positive about growth prospects in his budget speech in February. He said in 2020, global economic growth is expected to strengthen 3.3%. Global inflation remains contained, global monetary policy is supportive, and we are benefiting from demands for emerging market assets. But then came the world's deadliest pandemic since the Spanish flu, more than 100 years ago, and a lockdown that tripped up the economy and turned the budget on its head. Treasury had to put together a new budget for measures to address the crisis. Mboweni noted the biggest contraction in the economy in nearly 90 years and needed to close the gap between the government's income and its spending. The hippo's wide open mouth. Mboweni said, "This hippo is eating our children's inheritance, and we have to do all that we can to close its mouth. This is our Herculean task." 4 months later, with the medium-term budget policy statement in October, Mboweni had worse tidings. South Africa's debt stood at 81% of GDP, around 4 trillion rand. This was a 322 billion rand shortfall in revenue. Let me just repeat that. A 322 billion rand shortfall in revenue. Now, let's not forget that infamously, that 500 billion rand package, which was supposed to be used to fight COVID-19, much of it was squirreled away into the back pockets of the well-connected ANC cadres, the black economic empowerment tenderpreneurs who made a lot of money and provided very little. It was a complete and utter theft of the COVID-19 money, probably amounting to about 322 billion rand, just as a matter of interest. Anyway, Mboweni went on to say, "We think we are now in danger zone because any slippage that might happen will easily lead us towards the 100% of GDP mark, or even greater than 100%, which means the debt will be greater than the GDP. Well, that's not hard to work out, is it? But the knuckleheads who are in the parliament, running the ministries, and I'm talking about the ANC knuckleheads, under the guidance of the chief knucklehead, or the knucklehead-in-chief, Dlamini Zuma, and her compatriot, Cyril Ramaphosa, we also known as Hippo Eyes, what else can you expect? The message was stark. The government must change its ways or South Africa faced defaulting on its debt, which would give rise to unprecedented turmoil. Well, Zim 2.0, here we come. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, please stay safe. Bye for now.